Welcome to the JJs Declutter Podcast, where we tackle the mess and stress to make space for what truly matters. I'm Janis, here with Julie, and together we're sharing our best tips, tricks, and a little humor to help you declutter your home, mind, and life. Whether it's procrastination or piles of stuff, we're here to help you make real progress. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to another episode of the JJs Declutter Podcast. I'm Julie.
And I'm Janis. Today we're wrapping up our spring cleaning series with those final touches that make all the difference. Things like wiping down walls, doors, and light switches, tidying up outdoor areas, and giving your car a refresh it deserves.
Exactly. We've done the deep cleaning inside, and now it's time to complete the picture by making everything sparkle inside and out. And grab a cup of coffee or a cocktail, put on those cleaning gloves, and let's finish strong.
Yep. So let's start indoors. The walls, the doors, and the light switches. Now, these areas are sneaky because they collect so much dust, grime, and those dreaded fingerprints over time. But we don't always notice them. And we have already talked about dusting, but we haven't talked about cleaning these surfaces.
True, so true. And when you finally clean them, it's like a light bulb moment. Why didn't I do this sooner? A magic eraser or a microfiber cloth with warm soapy water works wonders.
Yes. And don't forget the door frames and the baseboards. If you have kids or pets, or your husband walks around with dirty hands like mine does, you're going to notice smudges and paw prints at their level. I don't know why he grabs the door like this. So I have areas on my door, or he will stand by the TV with his hand up on the wall, leaning like this. It's sort of like guys do when they're going to the bathroom. There's a handprint over the toilet. But anyways, a damp cloth with vinegar and water can do the trick. Sorry. It's just something I noticed. It's so heavy that they have to lean against the wall.
Okay. Woo.
Happy lifting. Sorry, that was off topic.
All right. Let's see. So a damp cloth of vinegar and water. Oh, light switches too. They get touched multiple times a day. A quick disinfecting wipe keeps them clean and germ-free. So you might need to be
germ-free, yes. It's a simple, sorry.
Oh, it's
crack yourselves up.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. So let's see, where are we at?
You want to do your part over again?
Light switches too. Okay. Light switches too, because they get touched multiple times a day. Quick disinfecting wipe keeps them clean and germ-free.
It's a simple step, but it instantly makes your home feel fresher and more sanitized.
My goodness. So while you're at it, don't forget the framed pictures and mirrors that are on the walls. These collect dust and fingerprints as well. A microfiber cloth or a duster is great for removing dust. For mirrors and glass frames, a streak-free glass cleaner or a DIY solution of vinegar and water will make them shine. And as Janis and I have told you before, we both have we use the Norwex glass cloth and water.
Yep. And neither of us are Norwex consultants, but we love our Norwex.
Yeah.
Quality. They're expensive, right. But they are quality products. The weave is tighter, so it collects things more readily than some of the other ones. that are on the market. But
Mhm.
yes, talking about the things that are on our walls,
Mhm.
for the wooden or decorative frames, a gentle wipe with a damp cloth will keep them looking their best. It's a small but impactful detail that makes a big difference in the overall look of your home.
Oh, yes. If you have oil paintings, you want to be extra careful. A soft, dry microfiber cloth or actually a natural hair paintbrush is the best way to remove dust off of oil paintings without damaging the paint. Just a gentle brush to because there's all those little nooks and crannies when you have an original. So that is amazing. You want to avoid using water or cleaners because those can harm the artwork. And if there's heavy grime buildup, you might want to consider a professional art cleaner. A lot of us don't get to that point. So mainly that natural hair paintbrush or the microfiber, those things are going to work the best and the quickest for you. So, all right, now let's head outside with warmer weather here. Now it's time to freshen up the front porch, the patio, and the garden.
Yes, again, we're going to start with decluttering. Sweep away dirt, leaves, and get your broom out and go after those cobwebs, not just down on the ground, but up by the eaves. If you have outdoor furniture, wipe it down and consider washing or replacing the cushions because ours are really bad looking outside. I mean, they need to be tossed. If you leave them out and they're out in the sun and the weather, they degrade.
It's true. That's true. And a pressure washer can be your best friend here. It works wonders on patios, sidewalks, or steps, even fences. And they're fun. It's fun to use a pressure washer. Just saying.
And don't forget your plants. Trim back overgrown branches, refresh those planters, and add a pop of color with flowers.
hmm If you have an outdoor rug, shake it out or give it a good scrub. And what I want to mention here is that power washer with an outdoor rug works wonders. Just and off it goes. So anyway, one of my favorite final touches is getting a new doormat because it just instantly makes your entryway more inviting. Whether people that come up onto your, doorstep notice it or not, you notice it, and it makes you feel like your home is more welcoming, which makes your attitude come across to your visitors as more welcoming. So simple little thing, but it has some psychological help with it too, just refreshing things.
Absolutely. And for even better curb appeal, consider cleaning. I mean, really giving your door a good scrub because it's outside. It's the first defense. There's wind and dust and all this other stuff that's hitting it. Or you might even think about repainting it a fresh, welcoming color. Um, but definitely, at least give it a good scrub and maybe add some potted plants or hanging baskets around the entryway. That can also make a huge difference.
So another great tip is to update your exterior lighting. You want to clean or replace your outdoor fixtures to help brighten up just the home's appearance. And it's interesting at the beginning of spring when we go out and we start to clean the outdoor lights, and it's just you didn't realize that spiders really do live all winter. And so getting all those things cleaned up so that the light is actually brighter out there is a great thing for your the appearance and for safety.
Yes. And don't forget the mailbox. A simple wash or a fresh coat of paint can elevate the look of your front yard.
Yes, I just noticed while I was out in my garden yesterday that the back of the mailbox that I can see has got the it's got lichen starting to grow. I looked over and it was just like, is there moss growing? Oh my
Apparently.
gosh. Apparently. So, if you have a driveway, you want to keep it clean and free from debris. The oil stains or clutter will give your home a polished and inviting feel. So, straightening up the driveway. If you have oil stains, you can put kitty litter on them to help soak up the oil. And then you can use a little bit of Dawn dish soap actually, and that pack and really clean that up. And it also helps. I'm in the Pacific Northwest, and so there's a lot of moisture, so we have mosses and all those kinds of things all the time. And those, when they're wet on a driveway, are extremely slippery.
Oh,
So it's a good idea to get those that stuff cleaned off of there. And if I may, I'm going to go one step further. Pay attention to the people in your neighborhood that walk or use wheelchairs or have canes, that you pay attention to the sidewalks that are out and make sure that they're cleaned up. Because if somebody breaks a bottle and we have a guy in a wheelchair coming along, the wheels are going to go over that glass and he's using his hands. So those wheels are going to pick up the glass and it can hurt this person. So kind of pay attention to those, and that gives your house a good look and it gives your neighborhood a good look. And it's just a kind thing to do. All right, soapbox moved now.
so taking these small steps makes your home look more welcoming and cared for, making a great first impression. Plus, creating a clean and welcoming outdoor space encourages you to spend more time enjoying it.
So true. So now let's tackle the car. Our cars are like second homes and they deserve a good spring refresh too.
Yeah, I like to call them closets on wheels, especially if you have a trunk. Anyway, start by removing all the trash and random items that don't belong, because we all have stuff in our cars that don't belong there.
That's true. Then you want to vacuum the floor mats, the seats, and even those hard to reach spots between the seats. You'll be amazed at what's hiding there. And pro tip, put a nylon or a cloth over the top of your vacuum and go under the seats. So that way, if there's earrings or other things that are down there, the vacuum will grab it and pull it out of there, but it's not going to suck it into the vacuum bag. And again, that pressure washer, that works great on floor mats.
Oh,
So yeah.
so let's wipe down the dashboard, the steering wheel, and the cup holders. A microfiber cloth with a little all purpose cleaner works great. They also have this cleaning goo that you can buy, that you can it'll help pick up all the crumbs and stuff like that that tends to fall into your cup holders. It can be expensive and you kind of want to throw it away after it turns color, but you can actually make it also
Isn't
using
it just that slime
it's
stuff
slime.
the kids
Yes,
make?
cleaning slime. So they use contact lens solution. I can't even remember. I made it once. I think starch and something else.
Do
I
they
think
use
there
the
was
Elmer's glue?
glue. Yes, it was glue. It was glue and contact lens solution and I can't remember. It was so long ago. And then I just went out and
Right.
bought one.
And
If
it worked well?
it worked well, but if it's not doesn't feel rubbery, it can kind of stick onto things and doesn't want to release. So make sure
Oh,
it's not super slimy, because it needs to have a specific consistency in order to pick things up and then pull away. But
gotcha. It's kind of like we used to do with silly putty. Remember, silly putty was a thing. We always got it in our Easter basket because it came in an egg shape. Oh, too funny. So let's see. So don't forget the windows and the mirrors. And um, a streak-free glass cleaner makes it easier to see during dusk and dawn and keeps you safe. You want to make sure that you clean the inside of your driver's window, or your front windshield. Um, and you want to do that at least a few times a year. More if people smoke in the car, you want to clean the inside of the windows more often. And it's just fascinating to me. We'll get the outside of the car all clean, but we leave the window getting smushy. And then at night, the lights will reflect off that dirt that's still on that window. So please do pay attention to that.
And for an added touch, you can add a car air freshener or even a few drops of essential oil on a cotton ball tucked under the seat. I find that if you open all the windows and you drive around, it usually would get rid of some of the smells as long as there's not something hidden somewhere that's decomposing. And when you have kids, that can happen. You start going, what's that funny smell? What is that? But yes, I've actually heard of people who put baking soda boxes in their back seats because they have soccer players who, man, their cleats and the shin guards can be rank because they don't get washed, and you keep
Right.
wearing them and they sweat on it, and oh my God, it's terrible.
Right. Oh my goodness. Well, a clean car just feels better. It's like a fresh start every time you get in.
And to keep it that way, create a habit of emptying your car weekly, if not daily. Just like maintaining a clean home, taking a few minutes to remove trash and unnecessary items regularly is going to make a big difference in your life.
Absolutely.
And there you have it. With just a little effort, you can put the finishing touches on your spring cleaning and enjoy a truly fresh home and a car.
Mhm. We hope this episode gives you that last little push to complete your cleaning checklist. And remember, progress, not perfection. Just keep small progress in going.
Yep, because small progress is still progress. So
Right.
be sure to share your before and after pictures with us at our ABC Declutter with JJ community on Facebook.
And if you found today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. It helps us to be able to keep bringing you decluttering and cleaning tips.
Yep. Until next time,
Keep it simple.
keep it intentional.
And as always, keep decluttering.
decluttering.
Thanks for joining us on the JJs Declutter Podcast. If you're ready to keep simplifying, follow us for more tips and join our Facebook community to share your wins and challenges. Subscribe here because it's always more fun to declutter with friends. And thanks in advance for leaving us a review.